What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMovieScreens.com, and I got another movie to review for you guys, and that would be American Animals. Now, this one is directed by Bart Layton, and it stars Evan Peters, Barry Keoghan. I always mispronounce his last name, so I'm just going to go with that for right now. Jared Abramson and Blake Jenner, and they play four kids. This is based on a real-life story in the early 2000s, where these four kind of college kids go to the library of one of the campuses and try to steal this priceless book from the library that has a bunch of valuable paintings in it, and they're just trying to get a quick buck by doing this heist. And they're kids, they're inexperienced, so it's going to be kind of this heist that doesn't really go well, and we're just kind of following them throughout their journey and just kind of their reasoning as to why they want to do it. And that's the basic premise of the movie. Now, I didn't know much about this movie going in. I didn't watch any trailers, but from the synopsis and the cast alone, I was already hooked. I'm a huge fan of Evan Peters, whether it be in the X-Men films or whether he does smaller stuff like when he's on television, or with Barry Keoghan like Killing of the Sacred Deer, or Dunkirk, or Blake Jenner, who was in Everybody Wants Some. I will follow these guys on whatever they do, and after watching this movie, I was pleasantly surprised. I like this movie quite a bit, and I think the real star here is Bart Layton, the writer and director. What he does is something I don't see much of anymore, or hardly ever. I think I've seen it one time, and I can't remember the movie, but usually when documentaries kind of play out, we focus on the interviews, and they're kind of the driving force behind the movie, with the support of B-roll or reenactments to kind of carry along what they're saying. What Bart does is the opposite, where we see the reenactment as the movie with the actors in it, but it's intercut with the interview footage of the director interviewing the actual criminals. Of course, years after they've gotten out of jail, because they were in jail for I think 7 to 8 years, and so he interviewed them after their jail time and kind of got their side of the story while supporting the movie with the reenactment footage with the actors. And I thought that was genius, because it provided this sense of entertainment that you would want in a Hollywood type of heist film, and it has that entertainment value, but it also has this kind of grounded reality to it, because it actually has the real people in it kind of testifying and telling their experience with it. And there was something just kind of really palpable about that, and I really enjoyed it. So it actually works on a documentary reality front, and as an entertainment film that involves heist work and just pure enjoyment. So that's I would say the biggest kind of praise about the movie is the sense of direction that Bart decided to go with, because it has a nice balancing act as well, where it will appear as a heist film, so it's really energetic, it's really slick, and it's visually entertaining with the editing and the cinematography. And then we will kind of slow down a little bit with some character moments that really kind of highlight the drama or the dark comedy that is kind of sprinkled throughout. This is just a wonderful balancing act that really kind of showcases a bunch of different genres into this melding pot of kind of unbelievable circumstances, because this was a real story that happened. These four kids actually did this thing in the early 2000s. So as you're watching, you're like, oh wow, this works as a fictional movie, but in the back of your mind, this actually happened, and that's what's kind of mind-blowing. So I think with the balancing act of all these genres and the way the movie's presented, with the kind of reenactment as the driving force with the interviews underneath, is really impressive directing work and editing work that really kind of kept the movie going and never felt bored, and really made a just very intriguing movie from start to finish. And just knowing that it really happened was kind of just mind-boggling. The performances were really well done. I always love Evan Peters. He provides a really kind of different role. He's kind of the kind of D-bag, if you will, and kind of smart aleck remarks, and I felt like he was having fun with the role. But really, when there was some scenes where he was kind of dialed back, you can kind of see the fear within this kid's eyes, because like I said, they were kids, they didn't know what they were doing. Barry Keoghan is always really great and stuff. I thought he was solid in this. He served his purpose. Blake Jenner surprised me. I thought he was really great in Everybody Wants Some, but he was really well cast in this role as this guy who was basically just thrown into the situation and really kind of had this sense of paranoia and didn't really know what he was doing. And then Jared Abramson was really well cast as well. I really felt like, even though they weren't friends, I felt like they had some type of weird chemistry to actually kind of pull off this job. So I thought all of their performances kind of, bounced off of each other really well. So I really appreciated that. So other than that, the music is really well done. It adds to the kind of like energy and movement of the film. It's just a really good one, guys. And I think is a film with this amount of star power and, with this amount of entertainment, I think the actual superstar is the director and writer. Bart Layton really kind of created this unique cinematic experience, even though I watched it at home, ironically. But I enjoyed it from start to finish, and I can't wait to watch it again. So if you have not checked this one out, I highly recommend it. I'm going to give American Animals a B+. So what did you guys think of this one, or have you even heard of it? Comment in that place, rub my face, and let me know. And as always, guys, I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMovieScreens.com, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.